Now that you have your elections at the local government level, you are the supervisors, the vigilators, the INEC and everything of the local government. You elected them. Nobody help you, the governors. So since you elected them, it means you know them. You are responsible for their survival. But the Supreme Court has carved it for you again, saying give them their money directly. So if you wait for my executive order, because I have the knife, I have the yam. I will cut it. Before FAC, we do the arithmetic, we know the percentage, and I've sent it to their account. I'm just being very respectful and understanding with my governors. Otherwise, if you don't start to implement it, fact after fact, you will see yes, the ultimate goal is our Supreme Court. We have to comply. We have to respect the judgments.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sent a very clear message to state governors across Nigeria, and this one is serious. He has told them to obey the Supreme Court ruling on local government autonomy and stop holding on to monuments for local councils. This issue is not new, but the way it is coming back now shows that the federal government is ready to push hard for compliance. As you listen to this update, please like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss important national updates like this. What this matter is really about is simple. Local governments are meant to be the closest level of government to the people. They are supposed to fix inner roads, take care of markets, primary schools, health centers, and basic community needs. But for many years, most local governments have not been able to do these things well, and one major reason is money. Funds meant for local councils usually pass through state governments, and in many cases, governors decide how that money is spent. This system has caused serious problems, and that is why the Supreme Court stepped in. The Supreme Court made it clear that local governments must receive their funds directly and manage their finances independently. The court said state governments should not control or delay local government money. That ruling was meant to take effect immediately. However, months after the judgment, many states are still operating the old system. That is why President Tinubu has now spoken openly and firmly about it. Please like this video and subscribe as we continue breaking this down in a way that is easy to understand. President Tinubu's position is simple. A Supreme Court judgment is final, and nobody, including governors, has the power to ignore it. According to him, the rule of law must be respected if Nigeria wants to move forward. He made it clear that local government autonomy is not a favor from the federal government but a constitutional matter that must be followed. This statement has now put governors under serious pressure because it shows that the presidency is watching closely. What makes this development more interesting is that the president did not just advise governors politely. He made it known that if they fail to comply, the federal government will take steps to enforce the ruling. This means there could be executive actions to ensure local governments receive their money directly. This is a strong signal, and it shows that this administration wants to strengthen governance at the grassroots level. If you are finding this analysis helpful, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's look at why some governors have been reluctant to allow full local government autonomy. Many state governments argue that local councils owe debts or lack the capacity to manage funds properly. Others believe state oversight helps prevent misuse of funds at the local level. But the Supreme Court has already addressed this by saying that financial autonomy is a constitutional right, not something that can be denied because of administrative concerns. In simple terms, the law is above excuses. For ordinary Nigerians, this issue affects daily life more than people may realize. When local governments are financially free, projects can be approved and executed faster. Communities do not need to wait for instructions from state capitals before fixing urgent problems. This could mean better rural roads, improved waste management, more active primary healthcare centers, and better maintenance of public facilities. Please like this video and subscribe so more people can understand why this issue matters. Another important angle is accountability. When local governments receive funds directly, citizens can more easily track how that money is used. Chairmen and councillors will no longer blame state governments for lack of funds. This can help voters demand better performance from their local leaders. It also reduces the habit of passing responsibility from one level of government to another. This development also connects to wider discussions about governance reforms in Nigeria. Issues like state policing, community security, and grassroots development all depend on strong local institutions. If local governments remain weak, national development will always face challenges. That is why many analysts believe that enforcing local government autonomy could be a turning point for the country. If you agree or disagree, please like this video and subscribe, and share your thoughts after watching. However, the road ahead may not be smooth. Some governors may still resist, either quietly or openly. There could be legal arguments, political negotiations, or delays in implementation. But with the Supreme Court ruling already in place and the President publicly backing enforcement, the space for resistance is shrinking. This situation may soon test the balance of power between the federal government and the states. What Nigerians should watch closely now is action, not just statements. People will be looking to see if local governments begin to receive allocation directly and whether real changes are felt at the community level. If this reform is fully implemented, it could change how governance works in many parts of the country. Please like this video and subscribe so you can stay updated as this story develops. In summary, President Tinubu has made it clear that the era of ignoring Supreme Court judgments should end. Governors have been told plainly to comply with the ruling on local government autonomy. The goal, according to the presidency, is to strengthen democracy, improve service delivery, and bring government closer to the people. Whether this promise turns into real change will depend on what happens next. As always, this is a developing national issue, and its outcome will affect communities across Nigeria. Keep following this channel for clear, simple, and professional explanations of the news that matters. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next update.